Hi everyone, I'm Annalisa from C.A.C. Global Solutions. Welcome, I hope you're all doing well. This is video number 2 about the book Introduction to Aircraft Management that Brad Peters and I wrote. In this second video, I would like to talk to you about an aspect that is discussed in the book, and that aspect is airworthiness management. We have an entire chapter about it where we talk about what airworthiness is, why it's important, the different aspects to it, what it needs to be managed under an airworthiness perspective, the importance of a maintenance program, of traceability, defect reporting, the role of type certificate holders, the role of software providers and analysts, the importance of writing a good manual, new, old, and transition aircraft, import and export, training, and finally, issues that we've seen in industry. And this last one, issues that we've seen in industry, is the one that I want to talk to you about today. The main issues that we've seen in industry is the lack of understanding of airworthiness management is, in particular in certain environment like North American environment, and how airworthiness affect all the other sectors, flight operations and maintenance management. Chapter 2 of the book explain how aircraft comes with stuff to do, and these things need to be evaluated, managed, and taken care of, no matter where you flying in the world or under which registry you are flying. The second issues that we've seen in industry is that sometimes people apply what they have known for the last 30 years in every situations and environments. But that doesn't work all the time because regulation have changed in the last 30 years, and different environments have different regulations, different requirements, and the dynamic is different. So, for example, a private operated aircraft has a different dynamic than a commercial operated aircraft. EASA regulation, for example, is different from the FAA regulation. And nowadays, with different authorities like the Cayman Islands Civil Aviation Authority or the San Marino Civil Aviation Authority, they're different. They have their own set of rules. So what's the solution to this issue? Well, you have to make yourself aware of the regulation and the requirements. There is no way around this. You have to know the regulation, whether you decide to take a course or to consult a contractor. You need to know the regulations. You can't just simply apply what you have known for the last 30 years. It may not be applicable today. Another part of this is knowing the policies and procedures of your company and your providers. We have found very helpful to share short presentations about our company policies and procedures with our providers. And it would be very helpful. Normally, it's very helpful if you can do these presentations in person so that you can see if the concepts are understood and you can answer directly any questions. It's also important for managers to know airworthiness policies and procedures, but also for pilots and maintainers. Managers and owners of aircraft, they have to understand the duties and responsibilities of the airworthiness group, and so they can provide the necessary support that they need. It's also important for pilots and maintainers to know policies and procedures of the airworthiness group, because sometimes it can happen that they make a decision that actually belonged to the airworthiness department and not to them. And that may cause some issues and some non-compliances. And we have an example about this. We had a client one time who took delivery of a brand new helicopter, Airbus helicopter, and just right after delivery, the helicopter went into maintenance facilities for paint and for minor modifications. One of these minor modifications was the installation of cargo baskets. The modification was requested from the operator directly to the maintainer without asking any evaluation to the airworthiness group. Well, the problem was that the cargo basket installation wasn't compatible with the flotation devices required by the regulation for offshore operation. The helicopter was going to live on the back of a boat and used for offshore operations. So the requirements, the operational requirements in this distance, in that environment, was to have flotation devices. And in the cargo basket modification, in the flight manual supplement, was written clearly that this modification, the cargo basket, was not compatible with the flotation devices. By the time the worthiness personnel was made aware of this modification, the aircraft was undergoing a CAA inspection for the issuance of the C of A. The inspector obviously took exemptions to this modification, and he required for the operations manual to be amended to include a statement that would specify that the cargo basket were not to be installed during offshore operations because not compatible with the flotation devices. Maintainers, whether they are maintenance organizations or aircraft maintenance engineer, they don't have the responsibility to evaluate a modification or to know operational requirements. They don't know how the helicopter or any aircraft is going to be used and operated. It's not their job. So who is in charge to make this evaluation? The operator. Who is inside the operator has this responsibility? The worthiness group. So knowing the requirement is not only important to understand what needs to be done, but also to understand who is supposed to do what and what are the responsibilities of the different parties involved. Another aspect that this example brings to light is the lack of communication between the operator, the worthiness management organization, and the maintainer. And communication is a big theme throughout the book. We can't stress enough about how important communication is for effective aircraft management. This is just one of the examples that you will find in the book. We have tried to share as many examples as possible to try to make you understand better the aircraft management dynamics. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or contact us. Again, the book is called Introduction to Aircraft Management and is going to be released in April. We are going to post another video where I'll be talking to Brad Peters about aircraft management, and he's going to provide a Civil Aviation Authority inspector point of view to aircraft management. So please stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. So maintainers, whether they are maintenance organizations or simply aircraft engineers, they don't have, okay, they don't need to, okay, okay. Maintainers or whether, maintainers, whether they are maintenance okay. This is just one of the examples that we provide in the book. You will find a lot of other examples in the book. And we provide those examples because we would like really, okay, we try to share as much as possible, hoping, okay, hoping what? Hoping that they'll make, hoping, let's have hope. Hoping they'll make it easier to understand the different concepts discussed. Okay. This is just one example that you will find in the book. There are so many other examples throughout the book, and we provided those in hope that you will. Okay.